Hello everyone, here are
Tatjana Vlade and
Judith Dombrowski, and we are here from Angers in France, where we just finished the third Grand Prix of the season.
yeah, and it was another exciting competition with some surprises, wasn't it?
Very strong competition, surprising competition. And we will walk you through what happened here. And I would say we'll go through the order again. The first ones to compete were the women. The winner was not a big surprise.
No. She was a top favorite, Isabeau Levito, after having a strong showing already, Skate America and Eaglehorn Trophy. And she was, for her, it meant a lot. It was her first Grand Prix win, and after a few silver medals last season and silver at Skate America, she really wants the gold. She said she hoped her goal is to improve from her results from last season, so she did that, and she also qualified for the Grand Prix final now.
Yeah, she was saying she knew the door was wide open. She knew she had the chance. She was actually walking us through all her free skate. That she said, after she did one or two very small mistakes, she had in her head, yeah, it's still gonna be enough. But then she had a mistake on her last spin.
Oh yeah, that was so embarrassing for her.
She felt embarrassed. And then she said, oh God, the minutes between that mistake and receiving the points, they were so long, because then she wasn't sure anymore if it was enough. But it was enough, and she was incredibly happy. And I think it's a deserved win for her.
Yeah. She deserved to win. And but the second place was a surprise.
It's a very huge surprise. I'm not sure if anyone had her in the podium prediction. It was Nina Pinzerone from Belgium, 16-year-old, I think, maybe 17, 16 still.
Will turn 17 later.
Yeah, she already had a very good last season. This was her very first Grand Prix.
Yeah, and she had not the at Lombardia Trophy. She only finished in 9th place, and she said that wasn't me at this competition, and that's why, because her start of the season wasn't strong. That's why probably nobody thought that she would do as well as she did. But she had two great performances.
Yeah, two super clean performances. I think she didn't even have under rotations.
No, nothing. Everything textbook clean and good speed and throughout. And Spartacus is her long program, so she did very well, and happy for her.
Yeah, she improved her personal best by, I think, 7 points. And she can be proud of herself.
Then the bronze medalist is Rion Sumiyoshi from Japan. He was also a bronze medalist last season here at this event. And for her, the highlight probably was that not the medal, but she landed her first clean quad toe in competition.
Yes, and I read last night that she's now the oldest the oldest woman who ever landed a quad.
Okay, how old is she?
She's 20 years and 20 years and 2 months, and she seems to be the first woman over 20 who have landed a quad in competition.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's remarkable. Also a little bit shocking that, until now it were only teenagers landing those quads. But it's a great achievement for her.
So then we had the world silver medalist, Hae-in Lee from Korea, and she didn't make really big mistakes, but small mistakes under rotations, and in this strong field, this was just not enough to be on the podium.
Yes. She also finished 4th twice in the Grand Prix last season, now again in 4th. She was very sad after the free skate. I also didn't approach her to talk to her because she was very sad, on the edge of crying, almost crying, and I felt very sorry for her. But I know she will be able to come back strong later. She was not bad.
No, she was not bad at all. But it was just that the competition was so strong that these mistakes she made were just too many.
Yeah. Wakaba Higuchi had a nice comeback.
Yes. After sitting out the past season due to injury, recovering from injury, she now returned onto the Grand Prix, and she had 2 solid performances, a few mistakes. She had a double flip in the short, for example, but and she doubled the single Lutz in the free. But it was very solid performances for her, and it's good to see her back.
Yes. Anastasia Gubanova, the European champion, only in 6th place. She was very disappointed with her score. She said she doesn't get the components she wants to, she doesn't get the levels, and she can't really explain that. She was very sad about that, but she also had a few mistakes.
Yeah, and I felt that she was really slow. She looked really slow, and that affects the component score.
Yeah.
And also her spin, like the last layback spin was only level 2. It looked like she stopped halfway through. I don't know. It was there were some errors, and it definitely speed was an issue. The short, by the way, I thought was much better. The short, she was much better, and in the short, she could have been even first place, I felt. But the long program, she skated with like brakes on.
Yeah. Well, we maybe can still mention shortly Kimi Pont of Switzerland. Many expected her higher, but yeah, she's also suffering from an injury, she said, since Nibelhorn Trophy, and also she grew 8 centimeters in the last couple of months.
Yeah, she looks very tall now. So hopefully she can recover from that and come back strong next time.
Ice dance was maybe the event with the least amount of surprises.
Yeah, as often, as it often the case. So, and we had as we saw it, we had the same podium like last year at this event with Charline Guignard, Marco Fabri, and first place, and second place Laurence Fournier-Baudry, Nicolas Sørensen, and third place a French couple, Yevgenia Lapolyova and Geoffrey Brissot. But I must say, this was the first time I saw live the free dance of Charline and Marco, and I was so impressed. This was just beautiful, and the short dance is a lot of fun, and I liked it too, but this free dance is really special.
Yes, and they said like now they are back to their style. Like last year they had this darker program, which they liked in the end, but wasn't really suited, not really their personalities, and it was a bit hard for them. Now they went back to something they feel more comfortable with, and it shows, and it's really, really a beautiful program, I agree.
And a lot of flow. So now we have seen the top 3, the world medalists programs. We have seen Piper and Paul, and we have seen Madison and Evan, and I must say they are all fantastic, and it's really, really difficult. I don't want to be a judge.
No, me neither.
When they skate well, it's really difficult.
Give them all the gold medal. It's good for me. Also, the Canadians, they were much stronger than in Finlandia Trophy, where they had the crucial mistakes in the rhythm dance. They themselves, they love their free dance so much.
They are so, you can see how they're into it, and it's like he seems to sing along with the Esmeralda, Danse mon Esmeralda. It's really, they are really into it. Also, you would say Notre Dame de Paris is kind of a program that has been not that special. Many people have done it, but they do it really well.
Yes, and they love it, and that's the most important part, and then they can also transmit the feelings to the audience. The French team had a nice second nice outing with both of their programs, especially the rhythm dance. They have like a French 80s song that is apparently super popular in France. So outside of France, it's not that well known, but in France, it's apparently a huge hit. So it was great for them to perform it here.
Yeah. So they loved it. Christina Carrera and Anthony Panamarenko in 4th place. Maybe a little disappointed, probably had hoped for a little more.
They hoped for the podium, they said that, but it's of course difficult against the French team in France, you have to admit. Yes. But they have another chance, I think also in Finland. Yeah, I think in Finland. I now remember they said they will come back to Finland, where they have been already a lot of times, and maybe they will have the chance for the podium.
Yeah, maybe we also mention the Korean team, Hannah Lim and Ye Chen. They had good performances. They improved from Skate America.
Yeah, improved very much. They rose 2 places in the free dance, where they were so happy and thrilled about. It's just such a nice and fresh young team. Also from their personalities, it's just they're very enchanting.
And Olivia Smart and Tim D came in here as a last-minute replacement for Caitlin Havaik and Jean-Luc Baker. So they dropped in the free dance. They didn't make an obvious mistake.
I think she made a mistake in the twizzles. But they also admitted they were already pretty tired. This was their 5th competition already of the season, and now they hope to have a little break.
Yeah.
The men's event. This was the event, I think, so far of the Grand Prix season.
Yeah, it was really a highlight.
That was, wow. Like, we had two men over 300 points, and they really battled it out. It was so close. It was so fun. It was so exciting.
And they were really almost equal. It was a close competition. And then Adam Schauhim-Fa, he beat Ilya Malinin. He beat the quad god, but on
his home, on
Adam's home ice.
Home ice, exactly. And he was perfect.
Yeah.
He held it together, like we said already, he's in the form of his life, but to deliver that in front of your home crowd, under pressure, going up against the quad god, all my respect to him.
Yeah, and I also like this program a lot. It's very interesting. It's a free program, especially where he tells story of life. You hear this typewriter at the beginning, and then that rips out the paper because he is not happy with, and so he kind of writes a story of his own life. That's how he explains it. And you can really see the story, and he brings it across, and I think he has developed so much too. He was a jumper before.
Yes.
He had jumps but not much else, but now he is really also an artist on the ice.
Definitely. And he is really a contender also for like the very big titles this year, if he can keep up this form. I mean, he beat Ilya Malinin, who is also kind of in the form of his life.
Ilya was also great. I mean, he landed his jumps, and the quality of his jumps was just excellent.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the mistake that kind of cost him the gold in the end was the fall in the step sequence in the short program.
Yeah, that was really a silly mistake, and he said, I taught him that he needs to stay focused until the very end of the program. I mean, he was very close, and he fulfilled his main goal. He qualified for the Grand Prix final. He said this was very important.
Exactly. Yuma Kageyama had a good and strong comeback. He does not have the content yet of the two men who placed above him. And he said, if I see the other two, I know what I need to work on. But it's great to see him back and great to see him in good shape.
Yeah, and it's also so nice to see him with Karolina Kostner and his father at his side. And I think he was also always a beautiful skater, and he has matured and developed, and I really also enjoyed his program.
Yeah, Lukas Britschke of Switzerland was another skater who had two clean skates. And I want to point out, with his score, he would have won the event in Canada last year. I mean, you can never compare events like that.
Last year?
This last week, exactly. Yeah. Last week. He would have won Skate Canada last week with that score, and he was in 4th place here. But I mean, I have to say, he was better than everyone in Canada.
Yeah, he was absolutely great. He had two clean programs. Only little thing, the quad double toe in the short instead of quad triple. But the programs are very strong. He gets high component, and rightfully so, because he interprets the music. There's lots of transitions, and the technique is very clean too.
Yes. Maybe we can.
Then there's the other men. They all made some mistakes. Yeah, the level was a little lower. I mean, you can see that there is a difference in point. The point difference is pretty big, like 30 points to the next place. Kamden Pulkkinen in 5th.
Yeah. I want to point out maybe two more little stories. First, Koshiro Shimada of Japan, he struggled with an injury. He twisted his ankle last week really badly. It was in doubt if he should skate here at all, and it definitely showed in the free skate. He had to be kind of, also after his skate, he right away had to cool his ankle, and it didn't look good.
I saw him limping, yes.
Yes. Then Nikolai Memola, he had a hard fall during the warm-up in the short, and he said like he injured his shoulder very badly on that fall, and he didn't really know what was going on, and that really held him back during the short. He got it checked after that. It said it was okay. The medical staff said it was okay. And then there was another fun story. Fans were wondering about his boots, because he's wearing two different kind of boots. And he explained that he was one of his skates broke, and he got a new pair from even another brand, and that worked very well for him. But on the axle jump, he doesn't feel that comfortable if he has two new boots. So he has still the old boot for jumping the axle on the one foot and the new boot on the other foot.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I hear something like this.
It seems to work for him.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. The pairs were here the last to skate. And
another surprise.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the Canadians, Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud, they already had good showing at Skate America, but nevertheless, the Italians, Sara Conti and Nicola Macchi were the favorites here.
Were the favorites, but Leah Pereira and Trent Michaud were able to step it up significantly from Skate America. They were definitely much stronger than there. They won their first Grand Prix because they were the better ones.
Yeah, and Sara and Nicolo made a few costly errors, not really big errors, but it's at this level it's already enough.
Yeah.
And they didn't skate as well as they did in their Challenger or Senior Bs before. They said they need to train a little bit harder and...
it's about the nerves. They said it's really new for them to be in the position to be the favorites, especially Sara is struggling with that. I had a little conversation with Karolina Kostner about it because I was standing next to her in the mix and I was like, yeah, maybe you can teach Sara how it's, because they work together. It's from the Italian team. And Karolina said, yeah, she's already on it and she's talking with Sara about it.
Yeah, so let's hope that will help soon when they have their second Grand Prix. Then the French team, Camille Kovalev and her husband Pavel Kovalev, for them, of course, was a true highlight to win the bronze medal, and they improved a lot over there. They skated in smaller events earlier this season, not very good, but here they did what they can do, and that was good for them, and the bronze was deserved, I would say.
Definitely deserved, and they really seemed to shine at this event. Last year, this event was also their best of the season. Maybe they can keep it up this year, we will see. She said after that, like, kind of realistically, that with their technical content, they don't really have the chance to qualify for the final, but you never know what happens. They have the second Grand Prix in Finland.
Yeah. Then the other teams, there were some errors, some ups and downs, and unfortunately, Ellie Calm and Danny O'Shea, they had not a good short program with 2 falls, and then she got injured, and they had to withdraw after the morning practice before the free skating. So they were
unfortunate.
Yes. Unfortunate for them. So hopefully she will be able to recover, and then they come back soon.
Yeah. So that was it here from France. You will right away head to China.
Yeah, next stop then in Chongqing, but we will be back for you.
Exactly. Probably remote, because I will also only watch it in front of the TV next weekend. But I will be watching, hopefully with all of you.
Yes, and there will be some, I think Adam Xiaohimfa, he also heads straight, he will be tomorrow at home, Monday train at home, and then he will go also to China. And then we will see Shoma Uno.
We will have another big clash, Adam against Shoma.
Yeah,
so we all don't really know what Shoma has been up to, what he can do at this point of the season. We will see his programs in competitive mode for the first time. He showed them already in shows. But yeah, that's exciting.
And Luna Hendricks will be back.
Yeah.
Competing, Diana Stellato, Maxime Deschamps, who were so strong at Skate Canada, Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier will be back. So stay tuned.